Vechain did close out the week above the 20 weekly moving average, confirming it as support, essentially meaning that it does want to continue to our price target of 3.5 cents, which is the 55 weekly moving average. Now, we drew this brick wall over here so you guys understand that this is a resistance. We'll get into all of this in a bit more detail today, but yeah, let's zoom in over here on the weekly time frame. We are retracing, of course, way up to here, but in the meantime, we're coming up to this one's resistance. Can you see? So from there to there, just in the meantime, we can see that we've measured this push down. Essentially, the 20 over here was lining up with this retracement target, because this is the Fibonacci retracement tool, correct? And so it's basically saying this is where we should retrace to before continuation of our trend. So the trend was, of course, down, and we see this was our push down before exhausting back up and retracing to the areas where it says. So we mark out the golden pocket, but we do know that it can, of course, retrace to the 786 before still continuing lower. That's why it's important to see this green box flipped in support, which we did with last week's candle. So what I want to see going forward with this weekly close, so write this down in your notes or just keep it in your mind that this weekend we need to close above the 786. 2488 cents. We're slightly below it. You know, today, tomorrow we can push through it, but it's not about today and tomorrow. It's about the weekly close, which is in 5 days and 7 hours at this time over here, at the time of recording, of course. So what I do like is that we flipped it into, well, we pushed through over here and flipped it in support over here. And of course, retesting the 20 with that as well. So very positive early signs. We do have some confluence at the 1272 target, 3358. So we can see that's pretty much this wick high over here. We can expect there to be some sort of resistance. I'm going to get rid of this zone because, to be honest, guys, I don't actually remember why it's there. Maybe it's this golden pocket. No, it's not. So I'm not too sure why it's there, but we see this resistance here. For me, I'm going to be using this for now. Of course, if I edit it, I will let you guys know, but this is a key resistance where we had one top, you came down, formed the neckline of a double top, one top, two tops. We came into this resistance twice, and both times failing to close above, of course, this red box or that high wick over there. So one top, second top, break this neckline and you validate the target. And of course, if you reclaim this, it means we're no longer going down. And so we need to flip this area in support, which we did with yesterday's weekly candle. So after going through all of these steps that we've just mentioned today, we're noticing that it has created the reversal wave by actually pushing through the golden pocket, flipping it to support, as well as now reclaiming that 20 weekly moving average. I want to see in the past if we have reclaimed it, which we have over here. So please be aware, even if you get above the 20, yes, it signals right now we should continue up. So that's why I'm believing, okay, if we do get this weekly candle close above 786 over here, we should continue to 3.3, our target, the 1.272 here. And that's where we should run into this 55 weekly moving average. But you can see here, even with such a slight close above, we need consistency, guys. We need to consistently close above. You see here how you close below? Well, let's consistently close below. The direct next week, you reclaimed it. So over here, we pushed through, amazing. But now let's consistently stay above it. The direct next week, we went back underneath. So we had a fake out to the downside here, and we had a fake out to the upside over here. So we need to make sure that this does not happen again when we reach the ranges high over here on the left. This is why I always say, look to the left, the structure leaves us clues. So going forward, we need to take this out. Only then we can say, yes, Vechain is pretty much weekly bullish. Well, at the moment, technically it is. So don't kill me if that's the thumbnail or that's the title or whatever. I'm explaining everything within the video. So never take what the thumbnail or what that's actually saying. Everything's explained in the video. If you're a member of the channel for long enough, if you're not, subscribe. But if you're a member for long enough, you know that in the videos, we look at both ways. So equally, if we lose the 20 here and we lose this low, then the bottom's not on, we're continuing lower. But for the moment, as we are above the 20, we have to say in the short term, we're expecting that continuation to its targets. Just like you're above the 20, you lost it, you go to the 55, now we're above it, we should go to the 55. It's just, will the 55 make put in lower lows afterwards? That's what we need to be aware of. What I would say is, if we're managing to get up there, that's a big push in itself. So could that be the start of the new bull market uptrend? Well, what we would say is, when this push up starts dying down. And remember guys, at the moment there is no signs of momentum depleting, because last week you went down and quickly invalidated it before the end of the week. So you were dipping, and then just before the end of the week you reclaimed the dip, or you invalidated the dip. So once this does actually start to show weakness, you know, we need wicks to the top, we need wicks to the top, we need wicks to the top. At the moment we're getting wicks downwards, so it's saying I'm trying to go down but it's not letting me go down. So right now we're not getting the weakness signs. Of course, invalidate it by losing it, yeah, that's weakness, but currently no weakness. So whenever this does top out, we're going to then place the fibs, and that's going to say, oh, halfway there's the golden pocket, we need to hold the golden pocket, and that's going to pretty much sit in this area where this other golden pocket is, which is quite funny. But yeah, if let's say the push is up to all the way to the 55, just quickly halfway, boom, that's halfway, that's going to be our pivot point. Looking at halfway, that's also what our bottom was for a long time in the summer, a 5-month bottom I think it was, and then we lost it with the FTX. But what's interesting is the Nasdaq, the Dow, they all went up from the moment this went down. So this only went down because the second biggest exchange was a scam. We didn't have that in the stock market. We didn't have that with Forex. So those started, the indexes started going back up. And so if Apple and Microsoft and Amazon starting to do well, because they've been doing awful, but starting to do well since November, then surely this should start following. It's just that in November we did get that freak dump because the second biggest crypto exchange was a scam. But yeah, this is, well, stocks is not, and the stocks just kept on going up and up from that point. So could it be now that we're just invalidating the FTX capitulation, reclaiming 2839 with Vechain, and then yeah, we've completely invalidated the FTX capitulation. But all we need to do is hold this as support, which we've already done. So this is looking great for the continuation onwards and upwards to our 1.272 target. Just bear in mind we can't lose 2 cents. Okay guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please help me get to 5k as soon as we can. Because we're almost there, I'm just gonna keep that discount, which is £200 off the course and £300 off the mentorship. If you want to take action, please do so before we hit 5k. I will also do a 5k course giveaway completely for free. What's interesting is that about 2k subs, I gave away a course, and that was almost, well, probably a year ago now. And what's interesting is that person's actually now in the last week taken action with the mentorship. So it's great to see that they got it for free, they found the value in it, and they're like, you know what, I want to learn from the guy himself, one-to-one, all questions answered. Any struggles? No struggles. So don't worry guys, if you want to take action, head over to my Twitter, the new Twitter, LouisVibes_, so all linked down below. That's where the giveaway is going to be, so please follow me on my new Twitter. Thank you guys, I'll catch you in the next Vechain update.